I am home alone today, so I am filming outside, so my housemates can't walk past and judge me. Also, there's construction going across on the other side of the street, so we hear talking and hitting. That's all that is. Welcome to episode 5. Yes, that's 5 of The Bottle. This one is about furry do's and don'ts. Now, there are going to be a couple of things that I've already gone over in some videos, but there's lots of new stuff. I just wanted to cover everything. Okay. Do be a furry and enjoy it. Being a furry is awesome, so be proud and stuff. It's good fun. Don't feel like it's something you need to hide or come out as. Fursuiting and being a furry, it's a hobby. And you don't need to come out for hobbies.
Hey Pocari. Hey Pocari. I have something to tell you. What? Well, I play... Just spit it out! I play basketball! You're dead to me!
See, that was weird. Do have a persona, and you can have them as your profile pic on Facebook, and you can roleplay as them and do whatever you want with them and enjoy it. Don't get said persona from Google Images or Tumblr or Furry or any other website where you saw them and thought, that's a cool persona. I want to be that persona. I'm going to take them. Do any of these look familiar? Believe it or not, these pictures and personas actually belong to someone. Who would have thought? They paid good money for that art, or they could be the artist and they spent many hours drawing that art for themselves. Or they bought it for themselves and only for them, and then you've just taken it for nothing. You didn't have to pay anything or even wait. It's a really immature thing to do, and it is really looked down upon. Even if you're just using it as your profile picture just on YouTube or something. No, don't. Get your own. If you want to learn how to make your own persona, you can watch my video on it. Do use your wildest imagination when designing your persona. It's your persona, it should be what you want. Don't go too over the top, like if your character has billions of different colors and gradients, and every inch of skin is pierced, and they got 50 different wings and tails, and every limb has an accessory on it. It's going to be really expensive to commission art or fursuits, or they might even just outright refuse you. And then there are lots of Facebook pages and Tumblr blogs, and these are dedicated to finding pictures of what they think are bad personas, and they post them so that everyone can look at them and point and laugh at them. So you can still do your really complex persona if you really want. I'm not going to judge. You can do what you want, I don't care. But just be aware that things will be expensive and you may get a teeny bit of backlash. Do explore and enjoy the sexual side of the fandom if that's what you want to do. It doesn't matter if it's just like a leather pair of ears or full-on fursuiting. It doesn't affect me. I don't care. You do your thing. Don't explore and enjoy said sexual side in the public. This means parks, con spaces, convention spaces, meets, anywhere that isn't behind a closed door in your bedroom. Doing so means you are the reason that everyone thinks that we are all deviants. This also includes using the same fursuit for public interactions as you do for bedroom activities. You need to get a different bodysuit and a different set of paws and a different head if that gets messy as well for each different activity. You need the 2 sets. Washing it isn't going to be enough. I have a little UV light on a keychain, and I will come and check you if I see you at a con and I am a little suspicious, and then everyone will see, okay? So keep them separate. On the other hand, don't go around like, la 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 la, furries are all clean and awesome and wonderful and lovely. Anyone who likes the porn side is really gross. They don't exist. They're not real furries. La la la. Stop! 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 It is there. It exists. It is a very large part of the fandom. While it's not what it's all about, and a lot of us, including myself, are not into that side, it's there. You need to accept that it exists. It's okay to think that it's gross and not do that stuff, that's fine. But don't go harassing people who you know also do the sexual side. It's not okay, especially if they're keeping it behind closed doors. You know, they're keeping it away, out of your face, and you're going specifically to go and find them and then shave them. That's kind of a dick move. Do be inspired by someone else's design and then use that inspiration to design your own character or persona. Don't just directly copy their character or take it and make like some minor changes. That is theft. Don't do that. Here's an example I used in episode 3. This is me and my design. I designed it. Here's another design. I designed this one inspired of this one. And here's another one that I copied. Don't do this. Do try and make some friends. The furry fandom is really nice and they're quite accepting too. So it's not hard to make some friends. If you want to meet them and you don't know where, what you can do is you can hop on Google or Facebook and search for your local furry group. So like, I'm in New South Wales, so I look for New South Wales furs, and oh look, there's a Facebook page. And then they'll be able to tell you about any upcoming cons or meets you can go to and go meet everyone. Don't strive to be pop-you-fur. Nobody gets popular on purpose, and to be honest, it doesn't look that fun anyway because you go to conventions and you're being pulled away for a photo every 5 seconds, and then clones of your character start popping up. If people realize you're only doing what you're doing to be popular, then they're going to look down on you and you're going to be less popular than when you started. So just make a few close friends rather than lots of random acquaintances, stalkers and copycats. Do buy lots of art and buy lots of fursuit and get all the commissions and spend your money on whatever you want. If you have the money to buy lots of fursuits, I am jealous and I hate you. Don't ever ask someone to make you something for free. It doesn't matter if it's just like a little sketch or a full-on fursuit. Don't ever do that. It's really disrespectful to the artist who's trying to make a living, and it's disrespectful to the people who pay money for art and fursuits. Like, we work hard for our money that we spend on furry stuff. Why should you get stuff for free? And don't use crowdfunding to get the money for a fursuit. Not only are you wanting it for free, but you're expecting us to pay for it. And saying you're going to use it for charity is not an excuse. Fursuits are luxury items. Nobody needs a fursuit. Doing a Kickstarter for a fursuit is like me doing a Kickstarter for a top-end PC with like 5 different screens just so I can donate to charity quicker. It doesn't work like that. Fursuits are expensive and you need to work hard to get one. Do be an artist yourself. Just you keep drawing away. You draw and draw and draw as much as you want. You draw till your hand falls off. It is awesome. Keep at it. Don't compare yourself to other artists and like keep kicking yourself because you think your art is really bad. Other artists did not get to where they are overnight. They spent many countless nights practicing and drawing the same thing over and over and over to get to their amazing level of talent where they are. Don't worry about them. Just focus on you. But if you're always like, my art is so bad, I can't draw anything, it's so terrible, everyone hates me, then that's gonna be your reality. You'll never ever improve and you'll just forever be a bad artist. So you need to accept that you are learning and everyone has to start from somewhere. So don't ever give up, because giving up doesn't make you better. And don't ever trace another artist's work. This is art theft, okay? Do not trace. If you want to trace something, that's okay if you're doing it just to learn, like you're just going to your sketchbook and you're just learning how to do that one hand or something. But you need to keep that away. Don't publish that and don't use it in pieces you've commissioned. So like don't be stuck on one paw and then like take another paw from another piece and trace that and put it on. Be like, yay, look at me, I'm such a good artist. No, don't do that. And don't trace another artist's work and then put your own colors on it. That is also theft. You need the artist's permission to do that, alright? So remember, tracing, no, unless you're learning, but if you're doing that to learn, keep it to yourself. Do block, report, and ignore any trolls or bullies or haters you come across. They're not worth your time. Don't reply to them, argue with them, make a post about them, go and cry about them. Just ignore them. They want your attention. They want a reaction out of you. The bigger reaction they get, the more satisfaction and happier they are. Do you want to give them that satisfaction? No! So don't. It doesn't matter how personal or hurtful whatever they said was. You need to just block them and delete the messages they made, because it's probably just like some 10-year-old kid that didn't have anything better to do. Don't let them get to you. Do follow the 6-2-1 rule when at a convention. The 6-2-1 rule means every single day you are at a convention, you need 6 hours of sleep, 2 meals, and 1 shower every single day. Especially that shower, because nobody likes stinky furries and fursuits. Don't be disrespectful towards the venue. This means like being really noisy or breaking things and ruining things and just, you know, being a jerk. Because all it takes is one stupid furry to get a convention banned from its con space. And this has happened multiple times in the past. Don't be stupid, just use common sense and everything will be fine. So that's all of my basic do's and don'ts for now. I will probably do like a do's and don'ts part 2 later on, as I'll probably think of more. But for now, here is the random questions from Wolf Girl. How do I make my persona look more feminine without adding eyelashes? Boobies. Boobies always work. Boobies are very feminine. Otherwise, what you can do is you can just add like a sort of chest accent kind of thing that gives them that more female body physique thing. Or like, you know, maybe like a suggestive look with like one long eyelash along the side. Or you could wear a badge that says, I am female. From Gazer the Star Hunter, I have another question. Is it difficult to see through the eyes of your suit? This is very maker specific. Basically, if you like cup your hands around your eyes, like pretending they're a pair of binoculars, that's the best case scenario for fursuit vision. Fursuit vision doesn't get any better than that. If you've got a big toonie suit like mine, it's pretty good. Like, this is not a whole lot worse than the binoculars. But things like realistic suits, then you've only got the little tear duct vision and you really can't see at all. Or like when I make my eyebrows angry, I lose half of my vision. So it really depends. Like if there's a maker specifically you want to know how the vision is, go ask the maker or one of their customers. From Kitra the Druggle. Could you perhaps give some advice on something like talking to people? Like I went to a convention and I tried, but I'm too shy. Well, there's not a whole lot I can help you with there, buddy. Like, to talk to people, you have to not be shy. Like, that's as simple as it is. You're just gonna talk to people and say, hey, I am so-and-so, blah. But don't, you know, intrude on people like if they're already in a group. Like maybe if someone's just sitting down on their own, alone, you'd be like, hey, you okay? How's it going? I'm awesome, be my friend. Kind of thing. From Ruby Fox. I make my fursuits out of sponge because I don't have foam. Is that bad? Yes, that is really bad. Don't do that. Because you know what sponges do? They absorb things. And what do you do when you're in a fursuit? You sweat. So the sponges are going to absorb your sweat and it's going to stay in there. And what happens when moisture is in one place for a long time? It gets moldy. So this will make your fursuit get moldy very, very quickly. And breathing in mold is not a good thing, especially when you're in a suit. You're going to be breathing a fair bit, so you're going to be breathing in a lot of mold. Don't use sponge, that's bad. Please try and get some foam. From Ep5, why don't fursuit makers work with minors? Well, for starters, it's very rare that a minor can actually get a fursuit because of how expensive they are. But I think it's mainly because minors can be unreliable and unprofessional, because you're talking a lot of money here. Like, this is thousands of dollars, so they don't want you to talk in like twos and text speak and not really know what you're doing. So it's just better for them. They don't have to go through all the work of trying to decipher your messages and things. Yeah. From Calcat Goes Moo. Do you like muffins? Yes. Do you feel warm in a fursuit during winter? Yes. From Lex X3. You have lots of good questions. How do you pack a fursuit for traveling? More specifically, a head and digi padding. Now this I can actually show you because I have both of those. So here is me packing my fursuit with a GoPro on my head. Okay, so here we are. He is one melted Pocari, may he R.I.P. in peace. And this is my budgie. This is Scamp. Say hello, Scamp. Or don't. So these suitcases are both quite big. Like if I get down a bit, you can sort of see the full scale of them. Firstly, I get this one. Open that up. And we get the bodysuit. Bodysuit.
goes in and folded like so. There we go, get that all nice and in there. Then we get mist tail. Have that in there. We're going to make sure the fluffy side is on this side of the suitcase, otherwise when I do up the zip, all the fur is going to get in it. And that's that suitcase, so I've got a little bit of room for like any extra stuff I need there. Like I'll usually put my fursuit spray and stuff there. And I've got up here, which I can put even more stuff like badges and bandanas. So yeah, that's that one. I think that's working. Yep, you can see that. Cool. Next, here's the hard one. Put the head in the hard one so it doesn't get squished. Doesn't matter if that stuff gets squished. Then we get the head. Tuck that all nice down inside there like that. Then we put him in. Show his ears back there. And he has to fit diagonally, otherwise he won't fit. Like, it took me forever to find a suitcase that was even big enough. And then we're like, why don't we put it in diagonally? That makes sense. Then we get the feet. There's 1 feet. 2 feet. If I'm bringing my big feet, I'll have 1 foot there, and I'll put the other foot in there. And then we get the paws. And I put them around his muzz, so it like protects the whiskers. Yeah. And that is done. All good to go. And now I have to go brush him and hang him back up, so I hope you're happy.
From Akuro the wolf, out of all the furries you have met, who has been your favourite? I can't really pick one favourite, there's lots and lots of awesome people, but probably my favourite moment with like fursuiters was at Fandom when they revealed all the critters of chaos. Like, they were so cool. Here's a picture of them all. They were all debuting at the same moment down in the foyer at Furry, and it was crazy seeing all those advanced designs, and each character was different, and they were all really amazing suitors. And I love them so much that I may or may not be joining them at some point. From Cedar, the Angel Dragon. What would happen if your suit ripped from a con? Would some makers fix it up? Yeah, I actually had this happen to me. At CBR Furry, well, it's not a con, it's a meet. But we were up on top of the big tower thing, and I did like a bit of a stretch, and my zip popped. So I couldn't do up my zip anymore, which really sucked. And there was a maker there who was willing to fix it for me, but I didn't get the time. But another awesome friend came in. He actually had a spare hot glue gun, so he came and delivered the hot glue gun to my room, and I tried and fix it. Annoyingly, the fix didn't work. So what I did was I just rummaged through my suitcase, found my biggest shirt, and I just put that on top of my suit. And that was fine. So don't fret if something goes wrong with your suit during an event, because there's lots of different solutions. But it's good to bring like just a mini sewing kit as well. Doesn't matter if you're not a seamstress and you just cannot sew to save your life. It's a good little temporary fix just for the rest of the event. Thank you for all the questions. Please leave me lots and lots and lots more. That is all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!